Hi, my name is Cameron Woodward, and I'm going to talk to you about responsibility. In this presentation, I'll discuss what it means to be responsible, provide you with a personal example of how I portray this quality in my life, and share some advice on ways that you can build on this quality to become a strong leader or build on your existing leadership skills. So what is responsibility? You may think that responsibility means doing the things that you're supposed to and taking ownership for your actions. For example, you may think that being punctual, completing your work, and making good decisions are all that it takes to be responsible. While these are certainly good behaviors that play a role in responsibility, there's certainly much more. Responsibility is about taking ownership, striving for excellence, and going above and beyond expectations and displaying a can-do attitude. Now I'd like to give a personal example of how I've learned how to develop my responsibility skills. So when I started my current position, I was trained by the person I was replacing. She had been in the position for 4 years, so she was very acquainted with the ins and outs of the role. She trained me on her entire job that took her 4 years to learn in 2 weeks. This isn't to say that she was a slow learner. This is to say how much information she was cramming into a very short amount of time to train me. After my training period, I was fed to the sharks. People and requests came at me left and right, and I felt very overwhelmed. I wasn't fully confident that I knew exactly what was expected of me, or that I fully understood everything I thought I was supposed to do on a daily basis. But I realized quickly the only way I was going to figure it out was to step up and embrace the challenges. I knew my work was expected of me from 8 to 5, but I never felt like I was able to get my job done in that time span. So I started to work an hour early each morning, and it ended an hour later each day, until I thought I was comfortable that I'd reached the stopping point with my work. Additionally, there was a good bit of organizational changes that impacted others that I worked with in this new role. And when some of my coworkers were moved to other positions, I took on additional work that they left behind when there was no one else to do this. I won't say that any part of this role has been easy. In fact, it's been challenging since day one, and there has yet to be a day that a new challenge hasn't presented itself. For a while, I wanted to find other opportunities, but now I've accepted that I need these challenges in order to build upon my responsibility skills, which are ultimately shaping me to be a stronger leader and an asset to my company. Now let's discuss how you can use this quality in your life. Responsibility is about getting the job done, being willing to go the extra mile, being driven by excellence, and producing regardless of the situation. So let's discuss these 4 points further. First, getting the job done. Impactful leaders are willing to do what it takes to get the job done. In John C. Maxwell's book, he states that no one can do the minimum and reach his maximum potential. If you're expected to come into work at 8 a.m. each day and leave at 5 p.m. and you can't finish your work in that window, stay until you've completed it. Put in the extra time to get your job done or reach out to others if you need help in completing a large project. If you're like me, you may hate the idea of asking for help, but if assistance is going to allow you to get the job done, then it will pay off in the long run to do so. For the next point, go the extra mile. This just means being willing to put in the extra work outside of what's expected of you. If, for example, you've completed all the reports you're expected to complete for the department you support, but you see your colleagues struggling to complete their reports for their department, extend an offer to help them. Don't just pack up your things and leave early because you've completed everything that's expected of you. Be willing to go further and do more. Third, be driven by excellence. In order to enhance your responsibility skills, strive for excellence in all you do. Working hard to achieve the best will make you a more inspiring leader and ultimately make you more responsible and allowing you to practice self-discipline and commitment. Finally, produce regardless of the situation. This means being able to finish. Whether this is a project at your job or home or even just a lesson you're trying to communicate to your kids, being able to follow through until the last detail is sorted out will show others how responsible you are and let them know that they can count on you. At the end of the day, being responsible is a choice, and it's one that you must consciously make until it becomes your way of life. I hope that the points discussed today will be useful for you in building on your own responsibility in the future. Thank you for your time.